Margaret, in contrast to Chris at Dyson, so Dyson has the figurehead of James, and it's kind of his personal ethos that's been projected onto the business. How do you manage to align all of your UX teams when they're spread out globally across the different continents and representing different cultures and different user needs?
Yeah. Well, I think you actually just said it, is we really try and focus on the user as far as for us and design ethos, where I would kind of start as a starting point there would be just designing for everyone, building for everyone, making sure that all of the products at Google are inclusive and human is a really big piece of that to us, and fast and simple. So I think the best way that I've seen at Google to make sure that not everything is cookie cutter, and again, to your point about rules, it's not you have to follow this exact scripted formula, but making sure that the foundation of how we work is set. The principles in which the design teams review their work. We do leverage material. Google Material is inside of Google and kind of our internal, I would call it design foundation. Yes, it's a system, but again, it's really what we build from, and it's not exacting. So having that as a resource, though, to make sure that we're all aligned on what does that feel like. It's simple, beautiful. And when you think of UI as simple and beautiful, and you always are putting that user first, I think it gives us a new appreciation when we're doing some of the product design, that we're making it for humans, and that we do want them to enjoy the experience. You can think of Gmail as an example. You're in there all day, every day, but there's little moments of just human element that can be brought in through the illustrations that might be there, through the machine learning, and making it just, again, quick to respond, but not losing that human touch. And then I would even call out the illustrations that are done in there. We do have, I don't know if now's a good time to pull it up. We have one slide that shows, I think there's a bunch of illustrations. Yep, go back one. There, nope, one more. There you go. Yeah, I did want to share this. I mean, I think this is a good example that would relate to anybody, whether or not you have product and UI, or whether you're talking more advertising and branding. I think a piece that we look at across all of our teams is, if you have something like Workspace is all the productivity apps, and we had the opportunity to, typically there's a lot of vector illustrations. They're faster, they're less expensive, and they're easier to replicate, which can be good for a design team. But we allow and we encourage the teams to really push on details that matter, that make, again, it more human and just more innovative, even in the way that we're doing this type of work. So, like, for example, these are what we call photo illustrations, and they're literally all handmade, most out of plexi or a similar material, and they're sets, and so they're photographed individually, and it makes them, again, just something special. Yes, you see the Google brand colors in there too, but yeah, just encouraging our teams to put the extra touch and time, and giving them that space, and actually expecting that. So I think that's a piece of it for us, is just what are the elements we can add along the way that that help hold that ethos true